So, next part of our playthrough, and I think we're gonna buy a car because I need to check, but I do not believe I have what I want. I don't. Cool. So let's go to the dealer. Kind of hinted if he's seeing what dealership I'm checking, but I've been hyping this car throughout when we drove it in arcade mode, and I think now is finally the time to buy one of these. The 3400S. And in terms of colors, like, I'm not normally a guy who likes silver, but man, that car looks so good in silver. It makes it look like a Porsche, you know? I'm gonna get it in this Porsche gray. And get in it. And all I'm gonna do to it is just put on tires. Or we're gonna make this thing last long. I think the Super Slicks are the way to go. That's just the endurance tire. No other upgrades though. I don't think we need it. We're gonna go to endurance. And we're gonna go to the Passage du Colosseo. It's the Rome Circuit 2-hour endurance. This is actually the returning endurance from GT2. Pays out pretty well. It is a time-limited race, so no matter what we drive, it will take 2 hours to complete. The timer ends at 2 hours, and that would be declared the final lap. If you've done any real-life endurance or watched any endurance on TV. And I'm actually going to reset the AI because the reason I picked this car is because there's a couple cars in here that could appear that are a lot faster than the others. There it is. Also in this race is an Audi TT. And that BMW. That's what we're racing. Across 2 hours, driving aids off, no other upgrades. Just a 300 horsepower roof. Let's go. Rolling start, I'm side by side. And here, doesn't matter. There's no like set number of laps. If you saw on the previous screen, it was 0 laps. So essentially, just drive for 2 hours and just be in first when the timer runs out. So as you kind of see up front, the TVR kind of darts off. Because it is the fastest car the AI could have. So our goal is to beat that TVR, obviously. Through strategy and speed. These other AI are kind of a joke. I mean, I could drive a slower car and just re-roll until I don't get the TVR, but let's give ourselves a challenge. Because usually these races spread out pretty heavily anyway across 2 hours. It's more of a race of survival. So Red Bull or Ferrari, who's on pole? I'm going to say Leclerc. I'm on the Leclerc hype train. I think it's going to be Leclerc and Verstappen 1-2. But I think Verstappen is going to win the race. In my opinion, undercover. I didn't play it enough, but you know, it was alright. I never beat it. I played like maybe like 3 or 4 hours of it and I thought it was fine, but I kind of got bored and wasn't really interested in going back to it. Yeah, GT7's economy has completely been destroyed, and you know, we've got a No Man's Sky situation here. It's like, yeah, we've released an unfinished game, please wait for us to add more stuff. And it's like, why did you charge full price for the game? It's ridiculous. You kind of see that TVR is not messing around. It's in our sights still, and we're faster than it in some areas of the track, but he's quick. We're holding the gap to about 2 seconds. Thankfully this car is pretty easy to drive. We're a bit closer than last time. So what do you guys think about F1? You guys excited for the new season? It looks like Mercedes is not going to be dominant like it was in previous years, although, you know, famous last words. So looks like my front left is going to be in pain for this race. Now we've closed the gap to half a second. Get that drift. Yes, this is the Rome 2-hour endurance, so there's no set lap timer. You're looking at the total timer there in the top right, just under the lap count. When that hits 120, that is the final lap. And you just want to cross the line at first when the clock is 2 hours. And yeah, the TVR and I are miles ahead of the rest of the competition, so yeah, it's as many as you can go, but since it takes 2 hours whether you drive a dominant car or a slow car, it will take the same amount of time. So I figured, let's race something that matches this AI and try to have a race here. Rough is basically tuned Porsches. So it's like Hennessy is to like Lotus, kind of. So TVR is quick in a straight line. I just have to corner better than him. That lap 3 wasn't as fast as our lap 2. The new F1 graphics, I think they're terrible. They're so hard to read and like quickly pick out who's where. If you're following one driver, it's a pain. There's no color coding or anything like that. It's just names and logos, and it's like kind of hard to catch up if you're just trying to peek at the screen for a bit. They need to change it back to 2017 was the best, but you know, last year's wasn't terrible. So we can make a move maybe? I'm gonna try and make a fair pass. Maybe get him run straight here. Oh yes. Side by side. Oh, this would be a great like shot for the replay. We'd have to wait 6 minutes. Yep, asphalt fans will be familiar with rough. Roof, however you pronounce it. Yeah, you basically need to get from the internet a memory card saved that has those cars. Or use an action replay. Yeah, the F1 logo is so huge. They always had it in the right corner, and that was fine. They don't need to bring it with the tower graphics. Ooh, move down the inside. Can we close the door? Yes, we can. Now I'm gonna run this. Unless he comes back at me in the straight. wonder what his pit strategy. Oh, it's only 5 laps. Okay. Well, we're gonna win on pit strategy, that's for sure. At least I passed him before I pitted. Have I played Need for Speed Pro Street or not? Not that much. I mean, most of the Need for Speed games from like the late 2000s I did not extensively play. I think Shift was the one I played the most. I don't think I ever like 100% in any of them. I do have Pro Street still. I just never got like super into it. If I stream GT7 again, well, I still want to do the licenses on stream and the missions. There's still fun stuff to do, like the missions and the licenses. But that's kind of like a one-time occurrence, and you know, after that I don't know what to do. Hopefully wait for the next content update. But I'd like to do, yeah, that license and stuff before, at some time. And the game works that you could still do that. I played a little bit of GT7 last night. To do some missions, some of the earlier missions, and you know, the game still, like, it still drives fun. And those races they do have set are good. But obviously the game's economy's in shambles. Like right now in the Legendary dealership there's the Sauber C9 and it's 3 million credits, and it's like, beautiful, I want it, but I just am too scared to drop that money because, like, what if the 787B comes the next day? This is like the huge problem with the GT7 economy is you just can't earn credits fast enough, so you have to like really think about what car do you want to buy. But with such limited availability, I won't see that Sauber C9 for like 3 or 4 months. It's ridiculous. How you doing, Finsy Fins? Finsy Pins. Does GT7 have a birthday gift? They do not. Reddit has confirmed that there is not a birthday gift for GT7, which is so strange because it was in GT5, GT6, and GT Sport, but not in GT7. Like, that's supposed to be one of the quirks, and it's like, why? They don't want to give you a car? It's so strange. And usually in GT5 and GT6, they gave you a car from your birth year, but in GT Sport it was just a random car. But, you know, it's still all fun and all. Like, there's so much stuff that, like, they didn't complete to add, and it's like, why? The game should have been delayed. It should have been delayed. The thing with the Legendary dealership is I would be okay with it having 5 cars in a rotation if it was through in-game days, because in all GTs 1 through 5, I have to remind you, 6 had every single car purchasable at the same time, so that wasn't an issue. But in GT 1 through 5, the way the game day progressed was if you entered a race. But if you entered a race and quit out, the next day happened. So, like, if there was limited availability, you could just keep resetting by, you know, entering a race and immediately quitting until you get the car in the used car dealership that you want. And yeah, some cars would be rarer than others, but it was still possible. But you are real-time gated in GT7 to the Legendary dealership. And every single person has the same Legendary dealership. So nobody has the 77B right now, for instance. And, you know, right now the Sauber C9 is the first Group C car that's released in the Legendary dealership. So if there's any Group C lobbies, that's the only car you can drive. If you could even afford it, you know. Which roof? Because I don't remember any roof being dominant. The RT12 was the, on paper, king in Class A. But it didn't perform as well as the Sesto Elementa. And then there was the CTR3, which was just nothing special. The low-tier S-Class car. it's the Asphalt 9 Special Edition. Special events, sorry. You can get the car as long as you have the required car at 3 stars. But isn't it the Bentley GT3 that released like a year and a half ago? That's still like not really appealing. I don't know. I don't have the time to grind a mobile game. I really don't. I have not tried Horizon 5. It's on my list. I will get it. I just want to get it on sale. I will never. I don't want to say never because, like, you know, I'd just be lying to myself. But I really want to not buy games at full price ever again. I feel like I got ripped off on GT7. I bought $90. I paid $90 for an unfinished game. And by the time the game is fixed, it's going to be $20. And you'll have a better experience with when the game is $20. So why did I pay $90 just to say that that behavior is okay? It doesn't make sense. You guys can talk about A-Man all you want. I don't care. We're just talking about games. I know a lot of you still play Asphalt 9. Yeah, it's sad, you know. I mean, I could have seen. I saw that from like the other industries, the other, you know, game genres, that it was becoming that, you know, battle pass, unfinished the game. Like look at Battlefield 2042 or Cyberpunk or the new Grand Theft Auto that came out this week. That was, well, not new. It's just GTA 5, but you know what I mean. There's so many games that are like that, but I would have thought that could have never happened to a first party studio from Sony, especially not Polyphony. So the fact that this happened to Polyphony, it means any developer this could happen to. And that's just kind of the culture. It's toxic. It's not healthy for the game market. It's not healthy for consumers, if you want to call them consumers. It's really just gamers. And, you know, parents that don't really look to the games and just give their kids something that's, you know, just a pile of dog shit. Okay, so now we're running away with the race, which F. Again, it's just a matter of GT3 AI where it's like hard to match. Like, I can match the pace of the TVR in the first 10 minutes, but the second he pits, the race is over. But regardless, let's just drive this Porsche around for another hour 45. Yeah, I think you guys misunderstood. Like, I don't mind you guys talking about Asphalt 9 state or anything like that at all. But stop asking me to come back to the game. But I don't think anybody in this stream is asking me to come back to the game. I didn't see anything like that. I know there's always one person, but, you know, just straight up, I'm not going to come back to the game. GT7's worse. Yeah, on the principle that it's $70 to buy the game. Oh, is F1 starting up? Let me refresh my F1 TV. I have F1 TV open right to my left, and I'm just... it is live. Okay. I will have this open. I can't believe F1's media player is still garbage, though. Why can't I just, like, blow it up, but not full screen? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But there we go. I have F1 TV on my left on the screen. So if Comcast drops out, it's because I'm streaming F1 TV on my left at the same time. I can't show you guys the audio or the video, but I could go commentate as it happens, and if any of you guys are watching. you know, feel free to discuss in chat. That's probably the quickest way I could read your guys' messages. GT Racing. Are you talking about that 12-year-old game by Gameloft? I don't think that's on the store anymore, unless you're talking about GT Racing 2, which is 9 years old, and that game's been dead in the water for as many years. One day could you do a Minecraft stream? I have streamed Minecraft before. I have it. I only play Minecraft really with like my in real life friends. Here's the IDTT. It's doing a lot slower than I would have thought. Sorry, Marv. I mean, GT Racing 2. Alright, I can see my... I don't know if you guys could hear. My computer is going wild with the fans. I'm going to drop the video quality to low. And I don't know if you guys could hear the broadcast, but I could. It would have to be picked up on the microphone. Twitter moment. If you hate something, that means you or if you love something, that means you hate the other. Or if you hate something, that means you love the other. It's not how it works, guys. This is unlimited laps. It is a 2-hour endurance. So we've been driving for almost 20 minutes now. So you can kind of do some extrapolation. It's gonna take somewhere between like 85 and 90 laps. But on a timed endurance, there's no limit on how many laps you can do. Here, I'm gonna disable the preview on my OBS because I don't want to blow up my computer. So you'll just have to tell me like if something goes wrong. You had a bad night? Oh no. Hope the next day's better. It's the weekend. Midnight Racing Roblox. I mean, I know there's some really, like, well-made Roblox games, it's just... I don't really feel like playing Roblox. It's kind of out of my age group. I feel weird in there. It is morning. It is 10 a.m. here. Yeah, I haven't played Roblox since I was like 11. It's been a long time. We're just trying to make the rear go brr. JT7 moment. Okay, I have to like turn my head like violently the other way to watch qualifying, so I think what I'm gonna do. I hate pausing so much because it just does not help the time. But I'm going to just move my stream over here and just have it there. There we go. That's good. Now I can watch qualifying, read chat, and follow along at the same time. Right now Yuki Tsunoda's on a lap. It's Q1, so he's just kind of just lightly following along to see what's happening. Oops. I'm trying to like watch and drive at the same time, so my driving's gonna go way off. Maybe we should pit first on fresh tires. I'm doing okay, but it's kind of unnecessary for me to be driving on these tires. We are far in the lead, so let's just get some new tires. Then I could watch F1 for a little bit. Right now, Gasly's in first place, but I don't think anybody's actually set a lap, so... So 133 from Tsunoda. I don't think that lap's gonna do well, because if I'm not mistaken, like 131s are what we should expect from the cars. Alright, we're punting the Peugeot. Finished your chemistry homework. Congratulations. The McLaren's out. I will say from practice results, the McLaren looked a lot weaker than what we were used to. See ya, F8. Good luck today. But we'll see. And now everyone's going to drop their pants and kind of just reveal how fast they really are. McLaren looked like lower midfield, which is not something I'd expect. I was thinking they were going to be upper midfield. It was a good first corner, flat out. So let's see. So if I'm reading this right, the McLarens are... Okay, so I'm sorry if I'm bouncing around the walls. I'm just trying to watch qualifying at the same time. But Gasly is first with Norris second, Tsunoda third, Ricciardo fourth. But the other cars haven't done their laps yet. Verstappen's on a lap right now. Perez is faster than Gasly at the moment. I feel like this title is going to be between Verstappen and Leclerc, which is what we've been kind of teasing. And it's going to be awesome. Not for social media, but it's going to be awesome. This is the fight I've really been waiting for. And I'm going to be on Team Leclerc this year if that actually materializes. Nothing against Max, it's just I am a Ferrari fan. Verstappen first, as kind of expected. But Gasly is, I think, faster than Perez? Or no, Perez is still on a lap. Let's see how Checo does, though. There's no gap, though, in the timing tower. So it's kind of hard to see how everyone's doing. Perez second. There we go. Leave that up F1. The graphics this year are kind of terrible. Oh my god, I'm driving like ass, but you know, that's why I'm driving a car that's a bit faster than the TVR, so I can just kind of relax. IV3 gives you IPS. They patched the tires now though, so you should be able, if it's a rally one, you should be able to do it. Roblox and Minecraft are two completely different games. Ocon, let's see, he is third. Ooh, so McLaren does not look so hot. Oh my god, I'm bouncing off everywhere. I'm just trying to watch F1 and drive at the same time, and I just cannot do that. Magnussen's on a lap. I don't know how he's doing though. What's he gonna do? Magnussen second? Are you kidding me? And Schumacher fourth, only being beaten by the two Red Bulls. What the hell was that? Oh my god. Is Haas gonna freaking podium this year? Is the Ferrari engine that good? I mean, we gotta see what the Ferraris are gonna turn up with. I think it might be the Ferrari engine is so good this year. Oh my god, the Haas though. Two. Bottas is second, Alonso went fourth. I'm like trying to watch what the Ferraris are on a lap right now. Yeah, I'm trying to drive. Sainz is faster than I think Verstappen in the second sector. Let's see, Leclerc's lap, 1/3. Oh my god, he's fastest by half a second. Okay, it's the Ferrari engine, I'm sure. I am sure it's the Ferrari engine. Where are the Mercedes? Are they just sitting around and then gonna do one lap? Fidzy, you gotta watch F1 with us. Yeah, do you think the Ferrari is too sus? Russell's half a second down in the first sector. Oh man, is the Mercedes actually gonna be mid this year? I'm trying to read the Discord chat, but my mic's kind of blocking everything. So the Mercedes are coming across the line. What's Russell's time going to be? Does not look like it's P1 though. P8? Oh my god. Hamilton. P5 behind Bottas. Guys, Bottas, who got dropped to Alfa Romeo, is faster than Hamilton's Mercedes. Bottas got an upgrade. 500 IQ move by Bottas. Oh, and by the way, the Ferraris are 1 and 2. Oh my god. What a season we're about to have, guys. It's going to be great for a Ferrari fan. Or painful. I'm expecting pain, but I want to be pleasantly surprised. Oh, by the way, the Astons are like back markers now. Which is sad. I think that means Vettel's going to retire this year, which is not good. Come on. I'm just trying to scroll this stupid screen. Stop. Did I just punt that alpha? I need to pay attention to the game. I cannot stream F1. I really can't. I get a copyright infringement. I have it in front of me, but I would get my channel blocked. Which I don't want to do that. I cannot stream it. Just buy F1 TV or find a stream yourself and just follow along. Yeah, is Alonso L-Plan going to happen this year? I don't know. We need Oscar Piastri in that Alpine. Then we'd have a really complete... I think a Piastri-Alonso lineup would be really good. Greek TV airs F1 for free. Lucky you. I have to pay $80 a year for F1 in America. Still cheaper than GT7 though at launch. Just saying. Oh my god, camping? Shut up. I mean, like, really. No, nobody cares about what you think about Roblox. Just stop insulting chat. No, we're just here to vibe. We're not here to, like, debate something. Especially about 2 creativity games. Like, guys. Just watch the GT3. Or watch F1. That's what we're here for today. So Russell improved to just behind Bottas, but in front of Hamilton. So they're like, what, 5 and 6? So Mercedes are like front runners, but like low front runners, like Red Bull 2017 kind of, where they're probably not going to be, I don't want to say they're not going to be titles, because it's not Q3. Q3 is when they show who's really good. And of course you can develop throughout the season. Oh, and by the way, Perez getting absolutely exposed in qualifying. So Ricardo's on another lap. He is currently in 18th. Ouch. This might be the season Ricardo gets kicked out of F1 though, if he keeps underperforming like last year. We gotta see what Norris can do though. Norris is only in, it looks like 15th. What stream am I on? So like what number? Or right now, like I'm watching, F1, just the F1 regular broadcast on my other computer screen. So you're just vibing to this while grinding Legend League. Whatever makes you happy. Yeah, I'm watching on F1 TV. It's the regular broadcast. Let's see, Norris is like 7/10 down or something, I thought I saw. Let's see. Ricciardo's crossing the line. Ooh, he is only 15th on his second lap. He's gonna get eliminated from qualifying. Magnussen goes up ahead of the two Mercedes. Norris goes 6th. Okay, that's Ricciardo being Ricciardo. Stroll's out of qualifying. Yikes. How's Hulkenberg gonna do? He's coming across the line. By the way, we did a 1:33.1 while I was watching F1 there. Hulkenberg. Oof. He beats Stroll, but he's 17th. Oh my god, this is gonna be a painful season for Aston Martin. Oh my god, what did you do? What did you do? Lawrence Stroll, what did you do? Alex Albon is in Q2. This is going to be a painful year for Vettel. Ricciardo finishes 18th, Latifi's last. I mean, that was kind of expected. Next stream will be, I'll always stream on Saturday morning. And then I always usually do, well not always, but sometimes I do a random night stream. Night in America, but, depending how I feel, how work goes and all that. But it looks like we'll be grinding GZ3 endurances for a bit, until we finish them, and then we'll finish the actual game. Man, so Albon survives in 15th. At least he got a Williams in Q2. Better than Aston. Oh my god, Aston's gonna be terrible this year. So by the way, the final Q1 standings are Leclerc, Sainz, Verstappen. Okay, that was kind of expected. And then Bottas, Magnussen, Ocon, Gasly, Norris, Russell, Hamilton. They're a long way away. I think we're about to lap the TVR here. We have in the pits. Thanks, camping. I think the Ferrari engine is really good this year. So it looks like the F1 TV broadcast has different commentators than what we're used to. I don't think it's showing us the Sky Sports anymore. I think there's now an official F1 TV broadcast. So now I don't have to listen to Crofty's voice anymore, which is nice. I don't know which team this is, though. Jesco in your race, ouch. Jesco's always fun. It's fun to drive. Not fun to be against, though. Yeah, no kidding. Like, this is Haas's master plan, right? They're actually... Okay, you know what? I hope Haas does well this year, to be honest. Because they don't have Mazepin. They don't have that Russian money anymore. They got Kevin Magnussen and Mick Schumacher, a really wholesome lineup. And they seem to be a solid midfield team based on qualifying. Of course, anything could happen on race day, but I hope they do well. This season's excited. This has got me hyped for the season, that's for sure. Looks like the Mercedes power unit's not good this year, though, surprisingly. I don't know what Ferrari put in that engine. Maybe lean, but we'll see. If you guys see it on Reddit, that purple fluid that goes in the Haas and the Ferrari, it's running on lean. Just saying. No more Sky Q, Sky Glass, yeah? Yeah, not looking good for Ricciardo. If Norris could put it in 6th place and Ricciardo is 18th, that's not good. I love lean. Dude, Venom be like. Yeah, I think the Haas's are certainly Q3 capable. I mean, Q2 is when stuff starts to get serious. We'll see how the pace really is, and then Q3 obviously is for pole position. If Ricciardo's out. I just can't have to wrap my head around that. Both Astons, Ricciardo, one of the Williams, and Tsunoda, I think. Did they remove the Thailand flag? I thought Albon was allowed to race with it. We got a 133.009 there, by the way, with our tires that are tricky. I think that's because there's no on-road racing right now. Even though our tires are, you know, yellow, starting to turn orange, I think I'm going to pit again just to be consistent. And, you know, we can. We're on a winning strategy. we can't do a watch party. I can't do both at the same time. I mean, I could. What I could do is like put on the Discord voice chat, and then we can all like talk about it at the same time. It would completely blow up the video archive of this, but you know, it's something we could do. I can't be in two places at the same time, you know, though. Oh, I forgot to pit. Never mind, I just lied to myself. Duh. I cannot... Like, okay, CCGS. Think of it this way. We are in a 2-hour endurance, and we're at 45 minutes. If I watch the whole F1 paused, I have to play for an additional hour. So by multitasking, playing the game and watching F1 at the same time, I can get two things done at the same time. And that way we'll only have to play 1 extra hour. So, this is kind of like a watch-along. I cannot stream F1 to YouTube. I just absolutely cannot. All it would be is just me talking. And what can I do while I'm playing GT3? I could talk about F1 still. So, I just straight up cannot stream it. Like, I legally cannot. My channel would get blocked if I played the F1 live stream. I cannot do that, CCGS. You'd have to go open a new tab on your computer or whatever and find a stream that is risking their channel like that. And that's what you gotta do. That's why I had thought about playing one of the timed endurances, is because, you know, I could just have this time limit to drive as fast or as slow as I want. And I think we're gonna do that next week. Ooh, that's a bug. I forgot to pit again, and we're still getting 133s, by the way. Both hands aren't dropping off significantly. I don't know. Yeah, there's a bunch of racing this weekend, Justin. How you doing, by the way? It is a busy season for racing, people. I mean, obviously, it's the first F1 weekend of the season, so it's pretty hype. Anyway. Now it's properly into Q2. Sebring's on right now. Nice. All comes with practice. Endurance. It's just about being consistent. And, you know, don't get way too focused. Because if you get way too focused, you become tired. So right now, Kevin Magnussen's on a lap. Let's see what he pulls out. If it's a 131, it's going to be good. It's a 131.4. Let's see how that holds up to everybody else, though. That's just it. Whether you're playing any game for a long time, it's just trying to manage your concentration. Especially if you're trying to do well, like for me, like, you know, racing quickly, setting fastest laps, you know, over a long period of time. It comes with both practice. You know, I've been playing driving games for just under 20 years now. And, you know, just getting comfortable. Because if you're driving a car, it's getting comfortable with the car you have and getting comfortable with, you know, your controls. It's like I'm driving on DualShock 2, but I'm very familiar with DualShock 2. I know exactly what it's like, so I know exactly how much I need to press, and just what you do. So Verstappen, Leclerc, 1 and 2. Yeah, this is going to be a Verstappen versus Leclerc year. I am so excited for this. Norris is not in the top 10. Where's the Mercedes master plan? I think they were genuine about saying they were not going to be fast. Maybe they weren't sandbagging. Who knows? We'll find out in Q3 for sure. But if they don't make it to Q3, then you have your answer. What's up, GBY? How you doing? How long till they fix the Mercedes by race 4? I mean, we'll have to see in the race still what the real issue is. Because if it's quali pace, they could bring their side pods back. I would think it would take a few races though for them to like really adapt. I don't think Mercedes are completely written off for like, you know, race wins and stuff, but I think it's an early advantage for Ferrari and Red Bull to get some ground in the title fight. By the way, we just pulled a 132.5 on those fresh tires. Yeah, I'm getting more comfortable with this car. Rates all the F1 decals. You mean the liveries? Because the decals would take forever. There's so many individual decals on the car. I just bonked the hairpin right there. Albon's on his lap. Guess he's only doing one shot. Yeah. So I would think, let's start from the teams, right? I'll start in order of like 2021's championship. So you got Mercedes, right? I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. It looks good, but it looks, you know, like a typical Mercedes. Not bad. Not the best ever, but I think it looks good. 7 out of 10. Red Bull. I'd give it also a 7 out of 10. You know, looks like standard Red Bull, you know. Nothing too shabby. Not bad. I'd say 7 out of 10. Ferrari, I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. If it was just a little bit of a brighter red, I would give it a 10. But I think it's a 9.5. I think it is definitely one of the best looking cars on the grid. I'd give it a 9.5 or maybe even a 10 out of 10 to be honest. It looks beautiful. I changed the numbers, you know, the number colors. That's another minor critique. Okay, then you got the McLaren. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I think it looks pretty awesome with that Gulf stuff going on. I think the car looks great. I mean, personally, I like the 2019 livery better, but I'd say McLaren was a 8 out of 10 for me. Then you got the Alpine. I'd give it a 5 out of 10. I think the blue and pink just don't work that well. The pink Alpine looks like a Racing Point, which is not that bad, but the blue and pink just doesn't. It just doesn't look right. It looks like toothpaste. I give it a 5 out of 10, mid tier. You got the AlphaTauri. I give it a 6 out of 10. You know, it's not a terrible looking car, but I just feel like the white just looks kind of strange on it. The Aston, I would give it a 9 or a 10 out of 10. I think the Aston looks beautiful. That's not even a bias. It just generally looks like a great car. The green with the lime green works really well with it. So I give it a 9 or a 10. Then you got the Williams. I would also give that a 9 out of 10. It looks beautiful. Too bad it can't perform as well as it looks. Alfa Romeo, I give it a 7 out of 10, I'd say. Yeah, 7 or 8 out of 10. Looks pretty good. And then the Haas, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. Pretty bare bones at the moment. I mean, I think the white and red's really the best they can do? I don't know. They could have done more with it. Something like their 2018 or 2020 car even would have been nice. So right now Mercedes are 5 and 6, behind Magnussen still. Can I show GT3 Jesco? Their Koenigsegg didn't exist when this game came out. If Lamborghini would still come back to F1, I mean, I feel like they could do well. They had a brief stint in F1 where they just made engines. They didn't do too terrible. They had a podium finish, I think, a couple times. Verstappen to stay in the garage. I don't think the Q2 tire roll applies anymore. Yeah, I think the move to Audi F1 is going to really happen. Did a 132.2. Can we do a 131 maybe? Do you think Audi's gonna partner up with Williams? So Leclerc is a 130. He's second. Sainz goes to second now. Bottas in 8th. Ooh, Lando's only 12th. By the way, we got a 131.7. Nice. McLaren's out of qualifying. Both McLaren's out. Both Alpine's in, it looks like. Albon goes to 13th. You know what? Good job from him. Good job from Albon. Good for him, honestly. I hope he has a good year. Alonso P8. Russell goes just behind Perez, 5th place. Hamilton goes 5th place. Okay. Okay, so my predictions are right. This is going to be Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, like in 2018. Except Mercedes is going to be like what Red Bull was in 2017-18, you know. There, but not really. Okay. Interesting. So Gasly is in Q3. That's kind of expected. Gasly's been having a good season. Magnussen is in Q3 though. Magnussen is P7. So there you go. Haas in Q3 for the first time in like what? 2-3 years? I don't think they ever made Q3 in 2020. So first Q3 in 3 years since 2019. So good job, K-Mag. And also, just not driving F1 at all until last week. And going into the top 10. Top of the midfield. By the way, guys, we are halfway through the endurance. Only halfway. Haas are, I would say Haas are clearly not the worst team anymore. Clearly. Another good performance from Gasly. We got one more qualifying session left though, Q3, and it's the big boy. What happened to McLaren, man? They looked like they were good. They just messed up. I wonder if it's the Mercedes engine though. You guys notice that all of the Mercedes teams are struggling. All four of them. Williams, Aston are in shambles. McLaren heavily dropped. Mercedes does not seem to be dominant. I wonder if it is that engine. I wonder if it's not the engine to have anymore. Yeah, McLaren needs to install Firefox instead of Chrome. And then the thing is, like, you see Haas and Alfa Romeo not doing too shabby. Especially Alfa. Everyone thought Alfa was going to drop hard this year, but no. I think it's the Ferrari engine is so good this year. Ferrari engine's like back to 2019 levels, maybe. I have to like really understand qualifying. I haven't like been paying attention too hard to this. But I'd have to see like where are they fast in sector 2, sector 3. You don't know. Yeah, they're midfield. They're proper midfield now. Benato bless. It's 2018 all over again. Yeah, hype train, right? But no Mercedes yet. Dude, remember when everyone thought Red Bull was going to drop hard this year because they put all their eggs into 2021? They managed their time well. Really well. Good job, Red Bull. I would have expected them to have the drop like Mercedes had. We're in the end of that lap. Q3 time, here we go. I'm not going to say that. You want me to say F word, don't you? Because that's funny to 12-year-olds. Nobody cares. Yeah, Mercedes has all those upgrade tokens, right? Yeah, I think so. But they have that engine freeze, right? That's coming up this year. How many laps am I doing? Well, until the 2-hour timer runs out. The 2-hour endurance. So what, we've been doing like 43 laps, just over halfway? Gonna be like 80 laps or something like that. Spell iCup. That's my comeback. But yeah, this is a 2-hour endurance. Here we go. Timer has started. It is Q3 time. It's gonna be really huge. Who comes out on pole position? This is for all the marbles. What's up, Will? I'm not paying attention to the race now. To the GT race. I have a Pixel 5a. I got it at the end of last year. Is sending Magnussen out yet? It was not good for my tires. George Russell starts his Q3 lap. He's the first one to start a lap. This is determined if Mercedes are the real deal. And this lap is really crucial. Sandbags are off now, if there were any. 29.6 for Russell, 29.7 for Hamilton. What's Leclerc doing? There was no second time for Leclerc, so I don't know. He just ended up green. I don't know who's purple. I can't really tell. These graphics are kind of trash. Oh man. Russell's going through the back straight right now. Verstappen will be the last car to do the lap. Russell's going down the second to last straight. One corner to go for him. All beans now for Mercedes. George Russell, 127, 128, 129. What's it going to be? Ooh, I don't like this lap. It is a 132.2. That's not going to be good enough. Hamilton does a 132.1. Oh, this is going to get absolutely wiped. This is going to get wiped, guys. Leclerc, 1 second faster than the Mercedes. A whole second, guys. For Leclerc's 1 second factor. Sainz goes provisional pole. Sainz. Verstappen. Third for Verstappen. He is... Oh my god, they are separated. The top three are separated by 0.05 seconds. That is crazy. Perez goes fourth. So that means Mercedes are 5th and 6th. Here comes the midfielders. Let's see what everybody else does. It's going to be Gasly, Magnussen, Alonso, and Bottas. Probably the best drivers from all of those teams. Let's see what they do. Of those 4 teams, which one could put out the best lap? Gasly is about to finish his lap. Let's see what he does. Gasly, it is 2.5 seconds slower than Ferrari. I don't think that was a good lap. He's got to improve on that. That's going to be P10 if he doesn't fix it. Oh man. Deep breath, guys. Sainz is only 0.04 seconds ahead of Leclerc. They are nip and tuck. I'm reading chat at the same time. I'm hearing you. I'm just choosing not to say every single message that comes through. Just saying. Oh man, it's Ferrari 1-2. If Ferrari actually pulls a 1-2 in qualifying, I'm gonna scream. Well, maybe not scream, because I'd probably wake up my whole neighborhood, but you know what I mean. Ferrari hype train is about to arrive at its destination. Pits again. We're 75 minutes in, so only 45 minutes to go. It's definitely Ferrari hype. Got his feet out on track. This would be Sainz's first ever pole position if he holds this. Smooth operator. Is it going to be smooth operator? Both Ferraris head out for their final lap. Both Mercedes head out for their final lap. Oh man, this is going to be huge, guys. Absolutely huge. This is it, guys. I don't know in your time zone, but in 24 hours would be the Bahrain, or 23 hours, it would be the Bahrain Grand Prix. 23 hours from now is the Bahrain Grand Prix. So, whatever that means for you. For me, that's tomorrow, but for you, it might be something else. I haven't checked what's going on with the tires right now in terms of rolling the dice. So by the way, on the standings for the midfield, it was Gasly, Magnussen, Alonso, Bottas. I don't know what their times were. Or did they not even just... Okay, everyone's on an outlap right now. They didn't run. Okay, so it's only Gasly that's at a lap. This is gonna be huge, guys. I'm actually really hyped for this. Do a stream tomorrow for the race? No, because I'm gonna be watching the race with some real life friends. Sorry, guys. But that's what I do most of the time. Here we go. Russell's on his final lap. Hamilton's on his final lap. First sector for Russell. It is a second slower than Leclerc. Oh my god, this is not going to be good. Hamilton is only 3.5 tenths slower than Leclerc, but oh man. This is not Mercedes' day today, I don't think. Meanwhile, what's Leclerc doing in the first sector? 0.08 away from... Is that Sainz's first sector that they're compared to? Not Leclerc, sorry. It's the Bahrain Grand Prix weekend. Okay. Oh man, Russell 1.4 off second sector. I can't really tell if anyone's purple or not. I can't tell at all. But it's looking like it's going to be Ferrari or Red Bull, that's for sure. Russell makes it around the final corner. What's his lap going to be? It is slower. It is still P6. Hamilton only 5th. Oh my god, Mercedes is out. Alright, I'm pausing it. What's the result? Leclerc goes across the line. It is pole position, provisional for Leclerc. He is in first place. He improved by a 10th over Sainz, but let's see what Verstappen and Sainz could do. It is going to be Verstappen's going along the back straight at the moment. It is bonkers. Verstappen crosses the line. It is going to be second. Oh my god, it's Ferrari on pole position. Oh my god, it's Leclerc. Unless Sainz could do anything, but let's see. Where's Sainz? And where's the others? Or was that it? Was that it? I didn't even so. There's a yellow flag going on. Someone's out. I don't know what's happening. But that is... I think, I don't want to like scream it too early. But I think that's going to be Charles Leclerc on pole position. Forza Ferrari. Forza Ferrari. I got my prediction right. On Fantasy GP, I had Leclerc on pole. What did I tell you at the beginning of the stream? I told you to be Leclerc and Verstappen. And there you go. Magnussen P7, Alonso P8, Russell P9, Gasly P7, P10. Bottas was P6. It's Hamilton and Bottas again. That's so funny. That is so funny. It is Hamilton and Bottas again. Oh my god. Bottas never left Mercedes. It's Hamilton Bottas. Hey George, how's that upgrade going? Okay, yep, I'm officially declaring it. It is Hamilton, Hamilton is out of the title fight for now. It is officially Verstappen versus Leclerc. This is it, guys. We've been hyping for 3 years about this title fight. But it is this year. I am certain of it. Ferrari on pole for the opening race of the season. When is the last time that has happened, guys? Like, for real, when is the last time Ferrari's been on pole for the opening race? Like, 2007? I don't know. Sainz also in the title fight too. Don't count him out too. I'm counting him out, but like, I shouldn't. Sainz is also part of this fight. By the way, we're about to lap the TVR again. Oh my god. Leclerc on pole. Bye, TVR. Oh my god, I gotta talk to my friend. She's a huge Leclerc fan. Might be her year this year. McDonald's team's on pole. And Max is second. Yes, but that was only the second race of the season, 2019. Like, when's the last time Ferrari has been on pole for the first race of the season? That's my question. I believe it is 2007, but correct me if I'm wrong. It would be either 2007 or 2004. Which, either of those years are a good sign, let's just say. Can't believe Russell qualified 9th in that Mercedes. That is crazy. I'm actually sweating from that. Oh my god. Leclerc on pole. It's all part of the Ferrari master plan. I have reason to believe that 2019 was intentional, their demise, and that from them tanking 2020 and then just focusing on rapid improvement and restructuring, this was their ultimate plan. This is the Ferrari master plan. Oh man, 35 minutes to go, guys. They're still driving. Now I don't have F1 to distract me with. Now it's just racing. Oh man. Okay, I'm buying a Leclerc cap this year. That's for sure. I'm ordering one tonight. Pinacho is going to give everybody a free Happy Meal if he wins the title. I think Ferrari definitely looked like the best team. I think if you had to tell me Ferrari or Red Bull, For the Constructors' Championship, I'd tell you Ferrari, just on the driver lineup alone. I don't think Checo's on the same level as Sainz. So even if Ferrari doesn't win the driver's title, I think they are definitely the favorites for Constructors. Heroics in turn 1. We'll see. I mean, it's Ferrari, Red Bull, Ferrari, Red Bull, so they're starting in formation. And usually, the guy in second place has an advantage. If you guys remember, Russell in 2020, Vettel in 2019. There's a lot of instances where the guy in second place shoots up to first. For Bahrain. It's one of those tracks. So if Leclerc isn't safe in pole position, it's not one where you need it. But yes, I believe this is... If you guys thought that Hamilton and Verstappen was toxic, wait till you guys see Verstappen and Leclerc. That is going to be a bloodbath, I am sure. Mostly on social media. I think on the actual track it's just going to be a few incidents. But, oh my god, social media is going to be so toxic this year. Oh my god, they're already asking Sainz about being a number 2 driver. Like, shut up. It's race 1 of the season. Yeah, the first... Imagine if it happens tomorrow. Oh my god. And then we still get a Mercedes 1-2 just from, like, the Ferraris and Red Bulls crashing each other out. That would be the most F1 thing to ever happen. Now, I don't think a double Mercedes... Or, sorry, I don't think a double Ferrari-Red Bull crash is going to happen. At all. I think, like, if there's a tie-in between... If there's a, struggle between Verstappen and Leclerc, Sainz will come out, ahead of that. But that would be so F1. Just to bring back the status quo. Yeah, what's happening to the midfield podiums? They're all gone, right? It's like, Mercedes is like this bridge between the midfield and the top teams. And just whenever Red Bull and Ferrari struggle, Mercedes will just pick up those pieces. Kind of like, Red Bull used to in like 2017 and 18, pretty much. And we had barely any midfield podiums. Oh man, I think Aston getting a podium is definitely not happening. Without a Hungary-like race, definitely not. It is Hamilton and Bottas side by side on the grid. They are 5th and 6th. Just saying. It's gonna be Hamilton Bottas. Dude, imagine Hamilton Bottas. It's just Bottas is in the alpha. Some things never change. I'm closing my F1 stream. I'm officially done with that. Wow, so now it's empty again, and we still have to drive for another half hour. Oh man. 3/4 of the way there, though. Down the inside of the BMW. Here we go. Oh man, these last 28 minutes are going to be pretty boring. Like going to be 20 laps or so? Nice around the outside overtake on that Alpha. Oh man, that's a lot to take in though for this qualifying. So, Ferrari and Red Bull are the fastest team. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's been 3 years since I've said that sentence. Oh man, Discord. I have Discord up on my left, by the way, so I can read it. Choose your fighter. And that's young Verstappen, young Leclerc. Yeah, so where all the bandwagoning fans gonna go now? Right? All those Lewis Hamilton stan accounts on Twitter, were they just putting up an act or are they genuine? We'll find out sooner or later. Oop, bonk. And a little too aggressive on that corner. So, the question is, when do we make our final stop? We could do 2 stops or just 1 more stop. I'm thinking we could stop on lap 65. I don't know. I'd go on Team Charles. I don't want to do like a Twilight thing, but you know, I'd say I'm Team Ferrari this year. I like Max Verstappen. Don't get me wrong. Just because I like Leclerc doesn't mean I hate Max. Don't take that Twitter take on you. But, you know, it's just, I'm a Ferrari fan. So, that's just what I gotta be. Verstappen's entertaining to watch, but I'm a Ferrari fan. Yeah, imagine Bottas passes to Mercedes. He got one of them already. He's starting alongside Hamilton, though. Imagine, like, on Bottas's radio, he gets a message saying, Valtteri, it's James, let Russells through. Or don't attack Hamilton, something like that. Like, he never left Mercedes. I think that's the real key, is he never left Mercedes. Alfa Romeo just gave him the same car as Hamilton. But I do believe it's going to be that Ferrari engine that makes the difference. It's not a coincidence that all 3 of the Ferrari teams are doing really well and the Mercedes teams are struggling. I think that's linked to each other. So all I gotta say is poor Aston. Oh my god, Seb's gonna retire this year. Now I'm sure. Aston Martin are back markers. I can't believe it. Yeah, McLaren fans are going to be disappointed too. And Williams back to the pain from 3 years ago. Although Albon didn't do too bad, he qualified 13th. Albon might be able to score some points or something. Yeah, I think Lando outqualified Albon. Well, Lando, Albon, and Russell are all kind of near each other, so that's kind of funny. The Twitch gang. They're all driving Mercedes engine cars. Yeah, I think it's just straight up. If Aston's a backmarker, I don't think Seb's racing next year. Unless he finds yet another team. But who could he go to? Red Bull? I don't know. This is Bahrain 2019 again. Don't say it. But yeah, what if the Ferrari engine's too good that it overcooks itself? That is a valid argument. We have no idea, guys. The race is tomorrow. We gotta wait 24 hours. Big shock, guys. You have to wait till the end of the season to see how it really turns out. We're just here along for the ride. Oh man. I can't believe it's F1 again. I just lost track of where the time went. Just felt like Abu Dhabi never ended, and then we're already off to the next race, and now nobody's going to care about Abu Dhabi anymore, because what's going to happen in Abu Dhabi this year? I'm scared. I'm genuinely terrified of what's going to happen this year. Christian Horner is going to go mad if he loses the title of Ferrari, that's for sure. I am reaching 100 minutes. It's not 100 hours. The game timer is at the top of the stream. That's at 88 hours at the moment. I mean, by the time we get to the end of Endurances, we'll be close to 100 hours. Alright, we'll pit on this lap, and then that'll be our final stop. Magnussen is going to be a Giga Chad, yeah. I think that's going to be the case. Yeah, you think McLaren's going to already write off this year? It would be sad because everyone was hyped this year. What's up, Moyusaur? How you doing? Yeah, it's going to be a painful season for Williams fans. For really anyone who likes a team with the Mercedes engine. I think Aston is also going to really hurt this season. Yeah, I think Aston's going to have another great season. It looks like that. He's doing his 2021 form where he's just putting in the work and completely decimating Sonoda. Which, that poor kid. Alright, our tire is orange. Verstappen orange. We are pitting. And I'm bringing back the preview. There we go. Nothing had a catastrophic failure. But wow. I'm gonna text my friend. I'm gonna text my friend Forza Ferrari. Alright. Netflix is gonna love Drive. I have not seen the new season of Drive to Survive, and I'm not gonna watch it until I get drunk with my friends. that's my decision. And you know, it's just, well, they're making a soap opera of something that already has enough drama naturally. They don't have to fake anything. And it's just giving people unrealistic expectations of the sport. But regardless, it will be another spicy season for Drive to Survive. It seems like each season gets even spicier, in both real life and in the Netflix series. We're just quiet now. Oh yeah, K-Bag's gonna get points, that's for sure this year. I'm certain of that. Unless Haas has their pit crew from 2018. Which they might. You never know. Haas has always been shaky in races. But I think they're due for a points finish. Just a matter of when it happens. Aston Martin's going to be the one that's going to be absolutely crawling for points. The race director during Bahrain, I didn't pay too close attention to qualifying overall because I was playing the game. But it seemed like there weren't that many shenanigans, although there weren't many track incidents, so you couldn't really judge. Return of William Bottas. He's going to be that solid midfield driver. I mean, he was always good when he was in the Williams. It's the TVR Griffith again. We're going to lap it for like a third or fourth time. We're at like 91.7% of GT3. In terms of number of races, we don't have that much left. It's just number of hours is still kind of a lot because of the endurance races, and the super license championships are kind of long. Side by side with TVR again. Get some slipstream maybe. Oh my god, he's blocking me. Actually racing me, wow. Hey CCGS, you're here for the last 12 minutes of the race. Well, we'll slipstream him. This could have been a good race if he was on better tire strategy. That was mega fast in the first sector. I could continue to stream. I have stuff to do today, so I'm gonna be done after this this race. I cannot do 4 hours of racing a day. That's too much. Another slipstream. No ram, good. This is actually a pretty good lap. This might be my PB. It's my PB, let's see. 131.1, nice. There's that slipstream that really did the difference. I don't think we can improve on that without another double slipstream. Yeah, I think the race tomorrow is going to be pretty solid. I think we should be happy. I mean, the big thing tomorrow is going to be, do the 2022 regulations actually improve the racing? We're about to find out. This would be a real test if cars can follow. The 4GT and Asphalt 8, the 2017 I'm thinking, right? I thought I saw that on Facebook. It got nerfed to pretty hard, right? That's an A-class car now, right? Ten minutes to go, guys. From 1800 to 1770. Was that still an A-class? I don't know. I don't really care about classes in Asphalt 8 anymore. That's a bonk. You're using it as your gauntlet car? That's a bummer. Yeah, that's why I don't grind asphalt anymore. It's too much so that you can invest heavily in a car and then it gets nerfed and you're just shit out of luck. It's just, it's not for me. I cannot grind a game like that. Alright, we're coming close to the end. 6 minutes, guys. That's like 3 laps, 4 laps. Doing some arm stretches and driving with one hand. There we go. Gotta make sure you don't get like carpal tunnel or anything. That could happen if you game for a lot of time consecutively. Haven't even gotten up in 2 hours. I just want to get through this race. Asphalt, yeah, is way too grindy. I agree. That's why I left. Repay slave complete. Less than 5 minutes to go. Ooh, it looks like we're going to cross the line just as the timer counts down, so I'm actually going to maybe start slowing my pace a little bit. So we can end on lap 76. Yeah, it's hard to keep your concentration during an endurance. Like, I'm lucky that the physics engine in this game, the collision, is not that intense. In fact, there's no collision really. You can bounce off cars, but there's no damage. But in a real race, yeah, you could terminally damage your car at any time in a 24-hour period. See ya, Sophie. Oh, she, whatever your name is. Yeah, drop rates, anything that relies on RNG is tricky. I'm declaring lap 76 our final lap. So, you guys will see what happens, even though I'm a bit early to the line. I want to kind of time this right. Yeah, it's gambling. So this is the final lap, guys. I know it might seem anticlimactic, but once the timer hits 120, it's officially the final lap. So I'm driving a little bit slow so that I cross the line right when it hits 120. I think we're gonna do it. What's next after GT3? I want to do Burnout 3. Burnout 3 I think is my game. The next one on my list. Been on my radar for a while. Take it slow in 4th gear. And then dart to the finish line. He timed right perfectly. 7, 58, 59, 120. That is 2 hours, and that is the dub. Just like that. Magic, right? Had about 2 seconds of leeway. So this is how it ended up. So wow, the Peugeot 206, despite looking pretty sluggish, it actually came in P4. BMW did 71 laps. Everyone else is going to cross the line. The 156 is in pure pain. Let's see what everybody else does. I think the TVR is going to do 73 or 74 or 72. Let's see. 69 laps for the TT, 73 for the TVR, 70 for the 206. There you go. I'm not waiting for the Alpha. But how about that? 300k. Okay, I give up. Alright, I'll just stick with that. You all know what time it is. It's prize card time. Probably gonna get something Italian. Who knows? What are we gonna get for the Rome 2-hour endurance? That's a Delta on the right. That's another Zonda. I already have one of those. It's a beautiful car. Love it. But I already have one of those, so thanks but no thanks, game. Oh well. We already have an F1 car anyway. Now we only got 3 Enduros left. I mean, now we have a bone stock one with no upgrades or anything like that, or no mileage, a pristine condition one. It's a beautiful car, for sure. But I already have one of these, so oh well. Game status is 91.9%. So yeah. Pretty good progress. We only have 3 Enduros left, which is nice. That's the end of the segment.